So, does bad posture cause pain, specifically back or neck or shoulder pain? Well, for a long time, even when I was at university, this was very much the common theme. You know, posture, you should always look at someone's posture in your assessment, work out if there's any problems there, whether it be tightness in certain muscles, weakness in other ones, or just they're used to being in a certain posture all day long. And therefore correcting it was considered to be an important thing, relevant to sorting out some of their reasons behind their pain. The interesting thing is the research now is sort of not necessarily adding up with this. A great example is there's plenty of research showing that when they compared people who had pain versus didn't have pain, and they examined their postures, overall they found there was no correlation whatsoever. So this would imply, based on these research findings, that posture is not actually a link directly to back pain. I mean, I would say personally, my posture, I can sit at a dining room chair and sit really bad. Someone would look at my posture versus my wife's posture and say that her posture is better than mine, yet she'll be the one grabbing her shoulders with the tension that builds up over a long meal. So therefore, in that case, it shows there isn't a correlation there. What it comes down to is posture's been vilified really in terms of bad posture. And in fact, some people overcompensate this and actually try to sit too upright, almost military style posture, which again is sort of another extreme version of a posture. The reality is because of this non-correlation, but some people will say, but you know, my posture was bad and I corrected it and it started to feel better. This comes down to how long you spend in any given posture. So there's an old adage, there's a new adage, which is your best posture is your next posture. And what this means is that basically movement and change of position is what the body craves. And it's no wonder, because this is what we're designed for. We're designed to be up and about and moving all of the time. So the problem lies not about the posture itself, it's how long you spend in a posture. So actually, if you sit in a bolt upright, perfect, supposedly posture for 8 hours straight without moving, extreme example, but you're going to expect some tension, maybe some pain, maybe some problems. So therefore that posture hasn't rectified the problem. The problem is not moving. So in truth, there was articles been written on the benefits of slouching. You see, if you're sitting bolt upright, then you're getting maximum compressive load through the spine because everything's stacked up on top of each other, perfectly straight down, which means that there's a lot of compressive load. But there's no shearing load, which is the load that comes across, the sliding type load. Now, if you slouch because of the curve that your back will take up, then you've lowered the compressive load and you've increased the shearing load. So you haven't taken the load away, you've just changed how the load is being placed and changed structures which are taking that load. So therefore, if you're doing a compressive load, then your intervertebral discs are obviously taking a lot of that absorption. If you then slouch, you're going to get more ligamentous and muscular support in doing that function. So that means you've just rotated effectively what structures are actually taking the load. This is no different to people who work in factories where years ago they used to get them to do the same task repetitively all day long, and lo and behold, they started to get trouble. So they started to then rotate what they did, so it changed their loading patterns throughout the day. And this is similar to the slouching, the sitting upright, the leaning on one buttock, the leaning on the other buttock, the leaning forwards. Almost if you keep moving, almost fidgeting, then you're actually going to be better off for it because you're actually moving. Obviously getting up and out of your chair and moving around is even better. So don't think too much about how important posture is. Think about how important movement is. And variety is the spice of life, as they say. So try and move more, change your posture often, get up more, and you'll actually find that's much more of an impact than the supposed good posture, which is a man-made phenomena. You know, we had to invent what is good posture. Someone had to look at it and say, that's good posture. So remember, we're designed to move, so that's what we should do. So hopefully that clears that one up, and I'll see you next time.